welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this week's Raw review. I'm going to try and do it in 5 minutes, so shout out to Luke's WWE show, thanks for the support, and thank you to all of you guys as usual. Opens up with a promo. Obviously you've got Foley and Steph in the ring. Foley stumbling over his words and he stumbles and goes off on a tangent in the address, what was it called? The State of the WWE Universe. It was the show that was on the network after Raw. It's a bad show for Foley. He really goes off on tangents and Steph keeps trying to bring it back. I think I'll do a separate video on that because I've got quite a bit to say on it. But the big news from that was that TNA got mentioned, which was like a, whoa, what's going on? So check that review out if you get a chance. There's 2 reaction videos that I've uploaded. One for the Lesnar Goldberg segment, so check that out if you get a chance because that'll be able to tell you my thoughts on it more than I will here. And also I've done like an 11-minute reaction video to the end of Raw because it was Team Raw against Team Smackdown. It was a great segment. But again, check that out because, well, that'll obviously go in more detail than I will here. Yeah, it was an okay start. You know, they were kind of introducing Team Raw to everybody, and they said that there will be major changes for those that lose. So it was quite threatening in tone. And our first match, Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens against Cesaro and Sheamus, both teams struggling to get along with each other, made for a fun match. Roman Reigns drags Kevin Owens on top of, I think it was Sheamus, and basically they get the win. I didn't like it. I didn't like the US champion dragging the lifeless body of the Universal champion over on top of Sheamus so that they could get the win. It's like, I can't see the honky-tonk man doing that to Hulk Hogan. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a bit, wasn't keen. Backstage segments, just in general, fun, but some of them were damaging. The scarf one, for example, you know, Strowman talking about scarves, it doesn't work. And if you think about all the problems that Seth's had with Kevin Owens and Jericho, and I know they're having to put it to one side for Survivor Series, but there's just this awkward moment where Jericho's giving Seth a scarf in a box and he's like, oh, I'm not really a scarf person. It's like, Seth should just be like, why the hell are you getting me a present? As soon as Survivor Series is out of the way, I'm going to beat the living hell out of you. You know, but instead he was like, oh, I'm not really a scarf person. It's just like, what is going on? What is this world we're living in? It's really weird. Sami Zayn against Bo Dallas. Sami wins with the haluva. It wasn't a squash, but it was a pretty quick match. The Cruiserweight segment was awful. Backstage, you had Sin Cara talking through his mask like this. He's like, you Brian Kendrick. What? What are you saying, man? I couldn't hear what he was saying. But it led to a match later. We got New Day come out, do a quick promo thing, just kind of sell some stuff to tell the truth. But Francesca 2 Turbo is the name of the new trombone. We got Strowman, Rollins, Jericho against New Day. Strowman really just ran roughshod and helps his team pick up the victory. Sasha says Charlotte was crazier than Miley Cyrus, which I enjoyed. And I did like the kind of locker room backstage stuff, you know. Not that long ago, every promo was done in the ring. So it's great that we get like all these backstage ones. It was a nice segment. We get the Brian Kendrick Sin Cara match. The match obviously on Sunday is for the Cruiserweight division. I will do a Survivor Series predictions video in a few days' time. Brian Kendrick wins with the Captain Hook. Lesnar Goldberg, good segment, just a little bit long. Charlotte and Sasha against Nia and Alicia. Alicia Fox. Charlotte and Sasha win, and it was a nothing match. To tell the truth, it was just kind of a come-down segment after that great Goldberg-Lesnar kind of face-to-face. Then we get Enzo and Big Cass against Anderson and Gallows versus the Shining Stars and the Golden Truth. Again, just throw away. Anderson and Gallows get the win, which obviously means Enzo and Big Cass get the win as well because they were technically on the same team. And then we got to the end, and the end segment was really cool. Really enjoyed it, and as I said, you can check out my reaction video to that. No idea how I've done with time. I need to get a little stopwatch.